to another video. We got another modification for the Corvette. Today I'm excited to show you guys exactly what we're doing, and it is in this box right here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's open this up. P3, if you guys already know, you guys know. P3 gauge. So let's go ahead and open all this up. Looks like we got the OBD2 port and the wiring right there. This is probably like the instructions, setup and operation, so we'll read that later. And this is probably the P3 gauge itself. Oh, this is nice. Comes in a whole bag. Comes with this motherboard, keychain. What else is in the box? P3 sticker. Before we get into this, huge shout out to P3 gauge. If you guys are interested in buying one of these, they make P3 gauges for not only C7 Corvettes, but they make them for other cars as well. So if you guys are interested and want to get something, maybe they have it for your car, go to their website and check it out, see if they have what you need. It should be pretty easy to install. I think for the most part, we just got to take out, we might have to move that out of the way, and the gauge goes right here for the C7s, which is going to be pretty nice since this is here. All my gauges are going to be right here. One of the main reasons why I got this gauge is because I wanted to be able to read the ethanol level in my car, and it also, when I go boost, when I put a big old Pro Charger right there, this will read boost levels as well. And not only that, but this also reads a lot of stuff on top of that. Let's go ahead and get it out of this bag and see what we're working with here. Boom. This device is going to tell me everything I need to know about my car, basically. So the way this works is this plugs into this control box, and then this control box plugs into the OBD2 port, and it basically gives you a reading live of anything that reads to the OBD2 port. So let's say, for example, you need to add a boost reference. You can actually wire it to this so it'll read boost. Alright, so we got the control box there, well, the OBD2 port right there, and then we've got this. We've got analog, got the dimmer, the green one, another analog for the brown one. So this plugs into this like that, and it looks like this plugs into that, and then this plugs into this, and you just plug it all in. There was another sticker right there, another P3 sticker. I think we're ready to go. I do want to make sure everything works, so let's go ahead and plug it in. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look over the setup and operation here. So that's how it's wired, just like that. Display features. Oh, here are all the modes and readouts. So you can read boost, coolant temp, air to fuel, intake air temp, oil temp, charge, air cooler, ethanol content. That's what we need it for since we're on E85. Ignition timing, transmission temp, oil pressure, throttle position, RPM, speed, battery voltage, 0 to 60. Can read your 0 to 60, 60 to 130. That's cool. I didn't know it came with that. That's cool. But these are all the options. Then we've got the display, peak, recall, and shift. Oh, it's got a shift light. Alright, so this is, okay, so this is the boost sensor. It says right here, this one is the optional P3 analog boost sensor. We might get that in the future once we go boost, and that's pretty much it. So these are the analog settings right here. There's also a dimmer switch, which is this green wire. Basically, it plugs into this dimmer switch right here. Let's go ahead and put it in and go ahead and see if it works before we start taking everything apart. So this goes into the OBD2 port right here, and let's see if it reads. I saw a white light. Do we have to start the car maybe? Just turn the accessory mode on. Let's see if that works. Oh, yeah, I think in order for it to actually turn on and work, we're gonna have to turn the car on. Let's turn this bad beast on. Loading. Not sure what that is reading. This is boost, coolant. This is speed, so this should be at 0. Battery should be like 14, yep. IT, ethanol is right there. We are at 72. Yeah, see, that's not dim. and that looks perfect. So now that we know that the gauge works, let's go ahead and start removing all the trim pieces. Let's get this thing installed. All right, so first things first, we need to unplug the battery. We're gonna tuck it away somewhere. So I'm gonna try and do this as easily as possible. I've seen people like take off the entire like section here, take this off, take this armrest off. I'm gonna start with taking this part off. It's just held on by clips. I started on this side, just popped that side off right there. Got to about right here. I only need access to a couple of these bolts right here. Here, these 7mm bolts right there. Maybe go as far as to right here. There's 3 right here, 1, 2, and 3. Let's take those off, see if we can just pop this off and get access to, because our main thing is to pop this off and get access to this vent right here. So if we can do that without taking this entire dash off, that'd be perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can try and do the less work as possible and see if we can get her done. Now we got this popped off. Now we can get these 7mm bolts off. Looks like we got to take these side panels off right here. Basically just pops off just like that, and this one should be first. We just need access to this bolt right there. So once you get that bolt and the 2 underneath, you just pull this top panel right here, pull it off, take access to this 1 bolt right there. Once you get this off and you got all those bolts off on top, this should come off. Just took that bolt out. Let's go ahead and give her a try. Oh, just like that. I think honestly that's enough, so I don't even think we needed to take these bolts out right here. I think we've got plenty of wiggle room to reach back in there. There are 4 clips holding this vent in, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Basically you push them down, down, up, up, and slide it out. Finally got this vent out. There are 4 clips holding it in, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on each side. And it's these tabs right here, right where my pinky is down here, 1 here, and like 1 right here. Pull this way on these 2, and then pull that way on these 2 right here. And eventually it will come out. Now we have to take 2 vents right here out, and then stick the P3 gauge right in here. Next step, there are 2 clips, 1 and 2, these holes right here. Your little pick in there, and you push up. We're getting this inside piece, we're pushing it out. Alright, so once you get those 2, and this bottom one should slide right out just like that. So this is what we're focused on right here, because we need to get these 2 fins. We need to take them off and put the P3 gauge in here. So it looks like you just pop this off, pop the fin off, and pull. Alright, so we got 1 fin. Alright, 2 fins gone. And now we put the P3 gauge in. These go into those 2 holes that sit there, and then these 2 just sit in just like that. I think they're supposed to snap. Yep, once you hear the snap, you should be good to go. Now that we got these 2 fins out, we got the P3 gauge in, wired it through the fins through the back. And I think it's why it's blacked out right here, so you can bend it, because it's going to have to feed out of the vent right there. Be careful when you do this. Just make sure this aligns with the fins back in there. If you're OCD like me, make sure they're perfectly aligned. Ready to put this back in. Also, we didn't have to take off any of this, which is huge. Actually, what I'm going to do before we go any further, I'm going to actually install the dimmer switch. Get this wired in, that way I have a lot more room to work with here. So we got the dimmer switch right here. That's what's plugged into this. This is the dimmer switch. So unplug that and you've got this. We are looking for pin 6, which is the solid yellow wire, which is this one right, boom, right here. We're gonna tap into this, plug the dimmer switch into this yellow wire right there. So this goes there. Got the wires like this, plug the dimmer switch back in. Next step is plugging it into the box. Going to go ahead and connect the OBD2 port to this plug right here, and then once you do that, then you're gonna tuck these wires, you're gonna poke it back in that hole down there. Basically just go to your OBD2 port. And lastly, this plug right here, 10 plug prong, plugs into the actual box itself. Got her plugged in, we were good to go. Now I just gotta put the P gauge in and then plug it in right there, and we're good to go. Alright, we got the gauge installed. Just pop it back into those 4 little prongs. Last but not least, gotta plug the P3 gauge to the control box. Boom. Throw this, tuck it all back in there. Make sure it doesn't move around, but I'm gonna have it right there, and then that way we have access, boom, boost gauge. I think we're done with all this, because this goes to the OBD2 port, so I can go ahead and plug this in. I did an extra little thing right here, and I went ahead and zip tied it so it doesn't move around in there. Got all the bolts back in there, as you can see. Bolted everything back up. We just gotta clip this back on. Alrighty. I think we're done. Might do another zip tie there just in case. But that is looking good. Got the side panels on. Everything is good to go now. Cut this, plug this in, start the car, see if we can read the ethanol content. And everything hopefully is good with this gauge. Oh, also we have to test the dimmer. Everything is back together now. Moment of truth. Actually, let's wipe it down. Let's make it nice and clean. It's got some fingerprints on it. All right, now we're good to go. Here we go. So right now the headlights are on, which means that this should be in the dim mode right now. Let's see. Let's go through these settings. Ethanol, air. Air 2, 0 to 60, it's ready. Dude, that's so sick. We got boost, eventually we'll have that. Oh, are we running boost? Coolant, speed, this should be 0, the battery, RPM, that's cool. IETs, 99, IET2s, 99. Oh, look at that. We got throttle, and back to ethanol. So now, let's go ahead and take the car outside. Let's make sure the dimmer works. And we know that the gauge works itself. We're good there. Mainly got it for the ethanol for now. Later, we'll get it for the boost. So right now, it should be dim because the headlights are on as we're in the garage. So this should be in the dim setting. So as soon as we drive outside, hopefully it gets brighter. And we'll see if it works. One thing I want to show you real quick is to config any of the settings. You hold both of them down till you see config, and then from here you just scroll, and if you want to change anything you just press the second left button. What I want to show you guys is this right here. So this is the dimmer switch. So this is A, which means automatic. So when your headlights turn on, or when the dimmer switch activates, when the headlights come on, it'll dim, and then when the headlights are off, it'll brighten up. So that's what automatic is. If you press this one, it's P, which means you get to pick whichever one you want, if you want it dim or not. Back to automatic. So let's go to automatic and let's test to see if it works. Let's go ahead and save it by holding down this right button. And now it's good to go. So my headlights are on right now, which means it should be dim. And when we back out of here, it should brighten up. Boom. And there it goes. It just brightened up right there. Let's go back inside. And the lights are gonna turn on and it should dim. Yep, just like that. And now it's dim. But if you want to pick it, let me show you how to do that real quick. And then you switch it to P. And basically what this means is whatever you leave it at is where it's going to be every single time you start up your car. So right now it's on the dim mode. Change that if you want to brighten it up, you hold the right button and it changes it to the bright, just like that. So if you want to dim all the time, you just keep it like that, and that's how it is. It is looking good. Let's make sure the RPMs are good. Oh, this is 0 to 60. How sick is that? That is so cool. Let's go on. Got boost. Let's see how much boost we're running. -3. Alright. Ethanol. Oh! Well, if you guys were wondering what it looked like at nighttime, this is what it looks like. We installed the gauge. Everything looks good. Everything works. It reads everything that I want it to read, especially the ethanol level, being able to read what percentage it's at. And for future, when we go boost, it'll be able to read that. That way I don't have like a bunch of gauges up here. We have a nice clean gauge, perfect right there. And we still have an air vent that still goes up and down, sideways, still works perfectly. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, there will be a link down in the description for 10% off. Everything in that link will be 10% off when you put it into your cart. There's like, I believe 7 cars that are applicable for the 10% off. So if your car applies, you can get 10% off. So go to the link, see if your vehicle is available for the 10% off. Again, link in the description for the product itself and possibly 10% off depending on your vehicle. So if you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I believe the next modification for this car is boost. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.